Hey, this is Dr. J. Edward Dukes. It's time to get butt naked honest. Look here today, from my heart to your mind. Look here, last week, man, it was off the chain. Everybody was talking, got many hits. Let's go a little step farther. Let's talk about sex today. And how do we categorize sex? Because we are sexual beings. It's one of the basic needs of a person. The other three basic needs are spiritual. All of us have some kind of spiritual component in what we connected to. Social. You want to get out. You want to be connected to some kind of group, whether that's social activists, whether that's bowling, whether that's a fraternity, whether that's a sorority, socially, whether that's a church. You want to have those social capacities. You also want to have security. You want to be secure in the person you with. You want to be secure in who you are, because if you're not secure in who you are, you will find yourself trying to be around other persons and your insecurities will show. So your four basic needs are sexual, social, spiritual, and security. These four S's is what drives each and every relationship, and that's why we go into relationships, and we go into relationships goodness. The one that you need to have by yourself is spiritual. You need to get to know God by yourself, and when you get to know God by yourself, you get to know you are, and your attraction of who you are spiritually is so much elevated. But the other three, we need help with that. Sexually, hope you ain't just doing it by yourself. Socially, you don't want to just go out by yourself. In security, you want somebody to give you security and a sense of togetherness. And see, let me drop this little nugget on you. See, most women will try to find just one of those qualities in a man. If I find that he's sexual, then I'm gonna work on the other two. I'll make him social. I'll dress him up. I'll tell him bring home his check. If he's social, then girl, I'm gonna tell him how to do it to me. So women believe that they can create the other things and make it into a man. A man is running from all three. They don't want a woman to be all three because that's too much. That means you're too much for me. You supply all my needs. And most men don't want that. That's why most men got three women. That's why they got a woman that's social, that they go out with. Then they got a woman that's sexual. You may never see her. She's the freak at night. And then they got the security woman. That's the one he'll kill you over, because she brings him the sense of security, this sense of self. All the bills in order, the house is in order. And so these are the things that we run. But what you attract is what you send out. And most people are more comfortable with the sexual side than they are with the spiritual, the security, and the social. Let's just be honest. So we still seeking relationships on whether somebody get us hot or somebody get us hard. We still seeking relationship. Ooh, he was so fine, man. Girl, did you see how she looked, dog? We still into that whole conversation, and we full grown people. Let's get butt naked honest. Those are the mentalities and thoughts of teenagers. So if you still seeking the basic need of sexual gratification at the late age you in now, and you're not investing in the other three areas of your life, you're developmentally retarded, because you should be growing spiritually. You should be growing social, your assets, your finances, houses and accumulations and wealth and things, and it's secure in who you are and finding whoself. You should be growing in those areas. You should be growing in social and community, giving back, being gregarious and being out there. You should be growing once again in those areas. And most definitely, you should be growing spiritually. You should never be the same person that you was 15, 20 years ago in any of these areas. But look, the only growth that we show is in sex. Our sexual appetites. I know what I want. I know how I want it. This is a sense of imbalance, and you want to know why we can't stay in a relationship for no long period of time, because the only thing that we did is become an expert. We become an expert in sex, but we are amateur in everything else in our life. So we got to shift you all from the sexual part, because basically we doing what Lucius Lyon say. We sleeping our way to the bottom. So if you still at the same place where you're putting sex before everything else, then you would never be at the place where you can fully develop and find somebody to satisfy all your needs. I'm gonna drop this on you. It's gonna hurt, but look, most medicine, it hurt going down, but it feels good when you get it in you. Freaks never win. Let me tell you this, freaks never win. Freaks never come in first place. Never, no, it's very seldom that the man or the woman picks the person that is the most freakiest, that do it to me the best. It's very seldom that the freak come in first place. More likely, it's the person that's social. It's the person that is spiritual. It's the person, watch this, that has that security that they choose. Because I could get anybody to make me feel sexual over a long period of time. So that's the key. That's the key, man. We got to lock in and get away from just, hey, it made me feel good and it made me feel at this place. And we need to expand ourselves and become more than just sexual beings, become more spiritual beings, more connected socially, more connected in security, and you will see things in your life just blossom. And so now this is what happened because our natural attraction, watch this, our natural attraction should be spiritual. You should see somebody and it should be something in their spirit that jumps off of you. I know some folks that may not be physically attractive, but they are so spiritually enriched that makes them gorgeous. And that should be their beauty. We should be spiritually attracted to them. Then we should be mentally attracted to them. We should have some commonalities. Let's talk about this. Let's have some conversation. Then you get physical, because if you go from spiritual to mental, the physical, it's very seldom that you will be disappointed. But if you start in the physical, and after you get your freak on, you realize that you try to have a conversation and the person is an idiot. They can't even hold a conversation, and let's not even talk about the spiritual side. So now you done gave up the inner side of you, which is spiritual. Because when two come together, you done made that connection. But those connections does not require you to satisfy all of your needs. Only need that got satisfied was your sexual need, which is the same needs you had as a child. So I'd rather be satisfied spiritually, social, and in security and come short sexually and then, hey, make that work than be satisfied sexually and be devoid of the other three. Hey, y'all, I'm James. I'm Dr. J. Edward Dukes. We got to get butt naked honest. The truth of the matter, we need to grow up. And when we need to grow up, we need to invest more in the other areas of our life and invest least in the things that makes us drive us. Hey, I'm just talking about sex. I'm just putting it out there. I hope I helped somebody. I love you. There ain't nothing you can do about it.